incredible. I've been hearing all of the incredible speakers. I was standing over here, I listened to you, sir. You are literally such an inspiration. Thank you so much. And thank you also, Sherry, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. And thank you so much to you, each one of you, and to the anchors who have called me up on stage. And now I'm 15 years old and I'm in final year. I'm doing graduation from Delhi University, Satyavati College. And I've just given my second year exams, and I speak 9 different accents, actually, not 12. So those are British, American, RP, Posh, Australian, Scottish, Canadian, Norfolk, Cockney. And 2 basic languages, French and Japanese, Hindi and Haryanvi are my own language and dialect, so yeah, I love them with all of my heart. And I do BBC and CNN News anchoring too, so not kind of like going on to the news channel, but yeah, I've been invited by them. And I do those both. So yeah, that is who is me, and I do a bit of swinging too. And recently, most recent, I was 12 years old, and I was invited to address 150 IAS officers in the Haryana Institute of Public Administration, so that's about it, that is who I am. Now, as I've come here, and the purpose is I am possible. I started like every girl started, like every child started, but I like to bring out my parents at this point. My parents were, they both are teachers, and they were all motivated by Sarojini Naidu. I know many of you must have heard about her. She was 12 years old when she did her class 10th, and she was known as Nightingale of India. I was born in 2003, and at that time English was kind of like the fire in the wares, and whoever knows English, that is the person great. So, according to me, we people say we are going to create our own destiny. There are many children, there must be your children, who are going to say we have to create our own destiny. Why are you people telling us? Why are you creating our own lives? But I just want to ask one question. When the child is born, or when the child is 3 years old, how do the child knows that on which path does the child have to go? He or she doesn't have any experience. The same thing happened with me. As I already told you, my parents were totally motivated by Sarojini Naidu. So they wanted me to speak English, so they started speaking with me. I am a dweller of a village, of a small town, and that's in Panipat, where the 3 battles held. And I'm from over there, and people over there don't even speak Hindi properly. Even I speak Haryanvi at my home. My parents speak Haryanvi, so I belong from that kind of family and that kind of environment. Now the question arises, how come have you learned so many accents and you speak them? The answer is simple. You gotta practice for something. You gotta practice for something that you have to become. Just one point. When I started, I had only 2 people in my life. My father and my mother, even though they don't speak English properly, till now when I'm 15, and the girl is known as Wonder Girl of India due to English, but they taught me. My father is still sitting over there, and when I'm gonna go back to over there, he's gonna be like, you spoke this word wrong, that's not how you speak in British or American accent. All right. That is what they made me. I started like this. I just want to tell one thing. The Bible says it's best always. Without vision, people perish. And I think that's totally true. Without vision, people always perish. I like to say that everything that I am today and everything I've done till the day is all because I visualized it first. Do you think without visualizing in your mind, without imagining, you can just go onto your path without looking at the people? Every scientist has a primary incision. Every teacher has a goal. Everyone has a goal. I did that visualization, but not visualization when I was 3 or 4. I started when I was 6. I loved anchoring. But challenges are something which are going to make you, there are going to be wankers, there are going to be backhand target people who are going to come in the middle of your path and going to stop you by criticism saying, how are you going to do this? You're a Haryanvi girl, not having good environments, no classes, how are you going to do this? That is how everyone's going to stop you. Do you think that you can go on to something? Do you think there are not going to be any hurdles? Well, the best part of this life is that it's hard. If it was easy, everyone would have done it. Where you are right now, everyone would have been at this place. But to be here, you have worked for it. You have worked hard for it. That is the purpose of life. That is how you're going to make everything possible. Otherwise, people sitting and listening to you, they would have done the same thing if it wasn't difficult. You have to create the difficult. Now people say we have done a lot of hard work and struggle. There is nothing like struggle and there is nothing like hard work. Do you really think a path we have to go? What is the purpose? As Sir said when he started his speech. Why the hell have I come on this planet? What do you want to become? Do you really think you're going to get it after having the experience? When are you going to get the experience? When you're 25 or 26 years old, when your half of the life has been gone? No. Read books. Till the date, I've read approximately 50 books, and I love the Tony Robbins book a lot. So I'd like to tell you one thing. In the same book, The Vision thing, you are only alive in those moments when your heart is conscious of your nature. In every moment we just work. What is your daily life? What is your daily schedule? Wake up, brush your teeth, go to your job, come back, have dinner, and go to bed, and the next day, same thing. Where you are alive. We take a break to be alive. If you don't love the thing which you are doing, how can you be alive? You have to be alive at every moment. Is a heart conscious of the nature? No, of course not. When I was 10 years old, I was in 10th standard, and I went to my news channel, Z News, where I was titled as Wonder Girl of India. Everyone noticed she's Wonder Girl of India. People even started to say they are NRIs and she must have come from America or Britain and that's why she speaks such a good accent, but no, actually no. I come from the most basic, the best, the rugby part of this country. A small town in Haryana and in Panipat where people don't even speak Hindi properly. And then I've done it. How? No hard work, no struggle, just practice. Just you have to be alive. The thing which I'm doing right now, the thing which I'm gonna do, the anchoring thing, the English thing, the accent thing, anything, I'm loving it. If I'm speaking over here, I'm loving it. That's how you are gonna be alive in every moment of life. People are gonna say a lot of things. My challenges were, we didn't find any institute for British or American accents because now we have to build a career in British or American accent in English. We came to know about a thing that even a child who's born a 3 or 4 child in the posh area in India, everyone speaks English. What's special in you? No, we don't think there's something special in me. What are we gonna do? But I gotta do something in anchoring. I gotta do something in English. But what? That's where your creativity comes into place because this life is a mixture of so many things, your confidence, your positivity, your creativity, everything. That's where the creativity comes. What are you gonna do? That's from where the experience comes. Now, do we really think I'm 15 years old, I'm speaking over here, and people think she has an experience of 20 or 25 years old? No. I've read the books. Everyone writes books how? Because they have the experience. And if you're gonna read one book, you're gonna get an experience of a person, experience from a different scenario, experience from different eyes. That's how I got it. And that's how I am here. Read books. Moving on, the main part, the first challenge which I faced was when I was in 12th standard. 12th standard, you know, it's board class and everything's gonna be so difficult in managing your programs, your accent thing. And when you're at 12 years old and in 12th standard, how you are literally gonna do it, aren't we? Never know, but we're literally gonna figure something out. You just have to go, you just have to continue walking. You can't just stop at any moment. If you stop, someone else will choose your line. Why don't you choose your own path and go with that line? What we people do especially. Now, everyone sitting over here has been talking about their social work, how many kids they have learned, but believe me, I haven't done something like that yet. But I think I am gonna do it, as many of you people motivated me, inspired me. So, going on to your path, I just do this one thing, to tell people, do something great in your own path. Do something that people will follow you. Do something that you don't think is difficult, that the people sitting in front of you will think they're difficult. Do something like that. You can't just sit over at a point and so said that success won't come by sitting in a chair, success comes to me. No. there are gonna be chances. There are gonna be chances where you have to grab it. There are gonna be the chances. Even if you're sitting over there, there are gonna be moments where success would be right there. You have to just go and grab it and you just miss the opportunity. You think that the next day won't come and the next day opportunity won't come. Oh, of course it will. Of course it will. But that'll depend on you. Do you want to grab it or not? The only point is, if it knocks the door, you have to open the door. You can't be lazy sitting or laying on your bed to not open the door. That's how you do it. There were hurdles and there were difficulties, but as I said, there is nothing like struggling with that. For me, for a village girl, speaking all of these accents, doing the anchoring thing, and doing the English singing thing, writing some poems and things, and I was the spokesperson of Delhi University the last year, and hoping to be this year too, now as I'm in the third one. So the point you get from everywhere, okay, just 5 more minutes. So the person, the experience you get from every point, even if you're standing on the stage and none of the people clap for you, that's okay. That's what we call experience. That's what we call experience. You're gonna go to each and every person, ask them. Don't think there is shame in it, think that you're gonna go to that person, you're free shame. No. That's how you learn. I just want to tell you one thing. Or now you people all are adults, but I'm a teenager. And what I like to give it advice to each one of you as a child, that always tell your children one thing. That you have some limited amount of life. Either you work for these 10 to 15 years when you're born, or after 20 years you can just do the work for whole life. So choice is yours. When do you want to start? And the last point which I like to say, that hard work, struggle, there is nothing like that, but doing your work and making the impossible thing possible should be your religion. This is what your religion is, to do the work, to be there where you want to reach. That is what your religion should be. So thank you so much, everybody. I've enjoyed a lot of it. So many inspirational speakers. Thank you so much. Now, I'm Janvi Pavara, and I'll see you all very soon, but I'm going to have a talk with you all. Thank you. Literally, thank you so much. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, everyone.